Pathanamthitta is characterized by its 40% Christian population. But it also became the seat of the face-off over Sabrimala pilgrimage last elections. It has been considered generally a UDF bastion. Anto Antony of the Congress has won consecutively since 2009 when the constituency was carved out. But in the last state elections, the left swept all the assembly seats.
So you've been winning since the constituency was formed. But last time around in the state elections, the LDF swept the assembly assembly segments. And, there is a sense that your vote margin has also been going down, your winning margin. So are you worried at all?
Yeah, parliament election and assembly election is both are different. The both elections, people thinking differently. Yeah, in parliament election, the people of Kerala, especially my constituency, they are for a strong government, considering all sections of people, secular government in center. That's their viewpoint.
Who's your bigger opponent? This time there's Anil Antony of the BJP fighting from here as well. Last time there was K. Surendran. They've been increasing their margin. So who's your bigger opponent, BJP or left?
I don't know who is the bigger opponent. They are fighting each other for 2 and 3.
But what makes you confident? What is the biggest issue against the LDF, for example, here? Pension seems to be a big issue right now.
All sections of the people are very much distressed. Agriculture, farmers, young people, there are a lot of unemployment is here. Then all pensions are not given to the poor people. Then the law and order situation is the worst ever in the state. The drug mafia is very active in the schools and colleges. There is so many issues. Law and order is totally collapsed. The people of Kerala, all the time, their the law and order situation is perfect. Otherwise, they will react. That's the history of the Kerala.
Priyanka Gandhi campaigned for you. Rahul Gandhi has been campaigning in Kerala. They say they are attacking Pinarayi Vijayan a lot, and he is attacking Congress back. What do you make of this fight?
Yeah, they are not attacking. They tell some truth. Here the one alliance between the CPM and BJP. Both parties, the rival party is the Congress. Congress Mukt Bharat and Congress Mukt Bharat Kerala. That's both their slogan. They are together.
BJP and LDF are together.
They are together. They are a secret engagement with both these parties.
Sabrimala was a big issue here last time around.
Sabrimala will affect both the parties. Once BJP used for their political purpose, CPM they purposefully they try to destroy the convictions and the Sabrimala's sanctity. This time they do nothing for the nothing for the pilgrimage. It's a crores of people attend. This time 18 hours, 20 hours the pilgrims are waiting for the darshan. Then lakhs of people going back to their homes. When they cannot see, then made the darshan. That's the situation here. This time the pilgrims go to Sabrimala. They didn't cast a single vote for the LDP.
So, does the UDF stand for Sabrimala traditions?
Yeah, we are stand for that.
Okay.
Oh, we are always with the.
Because Congress is accused of being anti-Hindu.
Oh, no, who said that?
BJP says that.
BJP is a fascist organization. They didn't accept hundreds of religions, caste, language, and culture here. We are the real face of the India. India is the consolidation of all these religions, all these castes, all these languages. BJP's communal fascism didn't got any acceptance here.
So Pathanamthitta, you're looking for a record fourth win?
Yeah, now the people are very much confident. We have no money, and the people are conducting all the functions. The other side, both the government are spending crores and crores rupees like water. And our campaign is led by these poor farmers and poor villagers.
And what about overall Kerala?
2020. We win all the 20 seats.
Both the left and the BJP here are targeting the left candidate Thomas Isaac on the state's poor financial situation. Isaac was the finance minister in the previous term of the Vijayan government.
So we are with one of the BJP's new faces in Kerala. Anil Antony has joined the party only recently. You're fighting your first big battle for the BJP from the Pathanamthitta seat here. Let me begin by asking you about the Christian vote. 40% Christian population in Pathanamthitta. How confident are you that you can attract that vote to the BJP this time?
See, we are very sure that not just one religion or one community, but the entire population is seeing a massive, there is a massive swing of votes to our favor. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, like he has said many times that he doesn't stand for any particular religion or caste. He is standing for 140 crore Indians. And he is working to take that India to a Vikasit Bharat.
But you have to do a little bit of social
So
engineering.
we are coming to that. And we just recently released our manifesto. And we are focusing mainly on 4 aspects. Garib, Yuva, Annadate and Nari, which is actually our poor people, our women, our youth and our farmers. You come to this constituency, like you said, it's a constituency with a significant number of Christian population. There is a significant number of Hindu population also, I think around 50 to 54%. But other than that, this is a place where the number of women voters gross, it is much higher than the male voters in this constituency. It's a constituency with a large number of farming population. It's a constituency with almost 40-50 colleges. So there is a substantial number of young population.
Okay.
And almost every policy we make is catered to these 4 segments. So this time it is one of those elections where I can say that I have a lot of things that is going in my favor. First of all, you have 2 candidates. You have a MP who is an MP for the last 15 years. And there is a lot of anti-incumbency against that particular member of parliament because of non-performance. You go anywhere in this constituency and people will tell you that it is one of the least developed constituencies across Kerala. Then you have the other former finance minister, Mr. Thomas Isaac, who is a candidate here. If you look at the state's finances right now, it's a mess. And they are not in a position to even pay salary and pension to their own employees. The people here want development and progress, and they know that, and the people know that the left government won't be able to do that. And then it is one of the rare elections where you have a 2-time sitting prime minister who is going for his 3rd election, and there is no anti-incumbency. It's a pro-Modi wave across India.
But
So
tell
you
me, are you feeling the pressure? The BJP has shown a lot of faith and confidence in you by giving you this seat so soon after joining the party, and they're going big in South, and Kerala is a big part of that equation.
Yes, it's over 1 year since I joined, and when I joined the party itself, I had said very clearly that, let's say, I didn't join the party for any titles or positions or any tickets. I joined because I trust in the Prime Minister's vision for India. And just like crores of Indians who have joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in the last 10 years, which is how we became the largest party in the world right now. And I joined, and then it was a leadership choice. It is a leadership decision, and I am a national secretary and spokesperson of the party now. And then I was given this responsibility of, let's say, fighting here. And I see it as a historic opportunity because we have never won a seat in Kerala ever. And now this is a opportunity for the party to win 1 seat. This time I'm very sure that we will be winning multiple seats. We are expecting more than 370 seats for our party, more than 400 seats for our coalition, and I'm very sure that we'll be a lot of those seats will be coming from Kerala. And I'm very sure that one of them will be from here.
One of them will be yours. But I want to ask you personally, how has this battle been? Because your father, A.K. Antony, was on record recently to say, I hope the BJP loses from here, which means he hopes his son loses from here.
No, of course, he's a congressman, and you can't expect somebody from the opposition party to say that I should be winning. But then, that being said, personally, he's my father, and he's somebody I have the utmost respect and love for. But at the same time, politically, he is standing for an organization that in the last 10 years is repeatedly rejected by the people. And they are repeatedly rejected by the people because of certain fundamental issues in the organization. Right now I'm very happy and proud that I'm a part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm very happy that I'm working for the Prime Minister and his vision for India. And that is a choice which crores of Indians across have made, and I have made a similar choice, especially young people. You look at young people across India, they are joining the party more and more, and because there is a long-term vision we have, there is a
So,
medium-term and a long-term vision we
What
have.
is your one big message you're giving to people here, regardless of whether they're the youth, women, or farmers?
It is this time they should be changed because status quo is not taking things any longer. You have the left and the Congress, which this is a bastion. I would say it's a Congress bastion historically. And the last 10-12 elections, except one or two or twice, the Congress have always won here.
But the left swept the assembly.
But all the 7 assembly constituencies belong to the left. So both of them you are giving chances. You have all the MLAs from the left. You have all the your MP who is a 3-time MP. But you come to this constituency, it is still one of the most underdeveloped constituencies in Kerala. It is one of the rare constituencies, I would say, in India where, there is not a single unit of a central government PSU. This is the age of technology. There is not a single startup incubator. There is not a single IT park. There is not a single industrial park. Forget all that. There is not even a single industry which this constituency can claim on its own. And it's a constituency with a lot of potential. You have the potential to create, let's say, IT hubs and medical hubs and tourist hubs. And you have places like Sabrimala and all. It can be a large religious cultural hub. But we are nowhere near the potential. And both of them, you are giving them a chance and it's not going anywhere. And we have a proven, I represent an organization and a leader with a proven track record of 10 years of delivering. Whatever we have promised, we have delivered. Whatever we have said in our manifesto, we have delivered. Whatever we had said in the last 10 years, we have delivered even more. Like 4 crore houses, 40 crore tap water connections, 50 crore Ayushman Bharat cards, 80 crore, people we are giving the ration extended. So we have delivered, and now here also people want development and progress.
No, but tell me one thing. You spoke about potential. Whatever said and done in Kerala, you've got to break some part of the LDF and the UDF vote bank to come to you.
Yes.
And those are very traditional, heavily set vote banks. So I come back to my question on the Christian community. What is your message to them? Because they don't traditionally seem to be voting for the BJP so much, even though they've got a few support here and there. Some churches have announced support. Plus, they've got few percentages of the Christian vote. So how do you get more of that?
See, again, like I've been traveling across this constituency for the last 7 weeks. And I met thousands of people who have said that so far I only voted for the Congress, only voted for the Communists, only voted for the Kerala Congress. But they have been telling me that this time, for the first time in our life, first time in our family's life, we are going to vote for you, we are going to vote for the Lotus, and we are going to vote for the Prime Minister. So there is a change that is very definite.
So they're not anti-BJP.
And now you come to the Christian community also. Because of many factors, there has been a large misinformation campaign that has been going on. Ever since the party had been created, among the minorities, our political opponents, led by the Congress, have tried to create a feeling that we are anti-minority. But then it is a narration that has been comprehensively rejected by the people of India. You look at states like Goa, you look at states like the Northeast. There are 8 states there, 1 state, that's 9. Almost every single state, the Christians are a large factor. Some of them Christians are a majority. Like, for example, states like Nagaland and Meghalaya and all. Christians are almost 90% plus. And even states like Goa and some of the other states, it's more than what the Christian population in Kerala. But every single state except Mizoram, that is 8 of 9 states, the NDA is in power there. We are having governments there. 4 of them we are having governments by ourselves. So that means everywhere in India, Christian community is showing full trust in our party, our Prime Minister, and they are voting for us. It is only Kerala which is like let's say, it's a aberration. And that is because of, let's say, the left and the Congress for the last 75 years is a state that is completely dominated by these 2 parties. And then they have a deep-rooted ecosystem here also. The national stage, they are in the same team. They are a part of the so-called India Alliance. And together they are creating narrations which now the people have started to see are not true. For example, during my campaign itself, in the last 3-4 weeks, I had a few MPs who came, MLAs who came, who are Christian MLAs from the Northeast, who are from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So they came here and they were having open conversations with a lot of Christian leaders here. And even the people here were shocked by, let's say, the difference between what they hear from the people here and what they hear from the people who are actually from the Northeast. So there is a huge difference. People are really starting to understand reality. And this time people here want change, they want progress, they want development, they want opportunities. And it is not something the left or the Congress can give, it is only something which we can give. Which is why we are very confident that we are doing very well here.
Pathanamthitta is a test within the larger test for the BJP in Kerala, a constituency where they hold some of their largest vote share. With the new Christian face, failure here could put into question the entire Kerala push. With video journalist P.S. Rajesh, Shivani Gupta, CNN News 18.